Okay, boomer.
This is the nature of change. If you resist it, you have dukkha, you have frustration and suffering.
Okay, boomer.
This is the nature of change.
Oh, we're live.
If
We're
you
live. All
resist
right.
it,
All right.
You have dukkha, you have frustration and suffering.
Is it working?
Okay, boomer.
All right. All right. All right. I think we're going. I think we're finally live. Sorry, guys. Look, this is a first ever live stream on this channel. First ever anything on this channel. Thank you so much for your patience. You know, this is preseason game number 1 of a brand new,
Okay, boomer.
completely brand new sports league. Whatever. Anyways, what am I even saying?
This is the nature of change.
All right. All right. Is it working?
If you resist it, you have dukkha, you have frustration and suffering.
All right, all right. I think we're gonna start rolling. Hey guys, welcome to Jose Unleashed. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys are ready to rock and roll. I know I'm ready to rock and roll, and here we are, ready to get this whole thing going. All right, so welcome. For those of you guys that don't know who I am Jose Arteaga. I've been on YouTube for a long time. This is I guess my 3rd channel, 4th channel. I don't even know anymore. But anyways, we're here. We're live. We're ready to rock and roll. And we're going to do this is a brand new show, a brand new everything here. And I hope you guys are ready to enjoy and have some fun. What are we going to be doing on this show? Well, it's a show. It's a comedy show. I think, right off the bat, I still don't know exactly what we're going to be doing here per se. But I do know what I do want to do. It's a lot of doo-doos. What I do want to do is that I want to, cover clown world. Again, there's a lot of things going on in the world today. The Matrix, clown world, whatever it is, there's just too much going on for me not to say something about it. For those of you guys that have been watching me long enough, again, this is how I originally kind of started, when I got back on YouTube. When I first got on YouTube, I started doing other kinds of content, just trying to be a vlogger, and doing all kinds of, things, what was going on in YouTube back in the day. But as time went on, I started to cover, a little bit of the news, financial news, crypto, Bitcoin news, and, all kinds of things around, how do I say this? A poor man's Alex Jones, I guess. That would be a good way to kind of describe me.
Bruh.
But, as, times have changed and here we are, in 2024, well, it doesn't seem like we need to, let anybody know what's going on. I think most people these days know exactly what's going on in one shape, form, or another. If you don't know what's going on, you will probably not like this show. But for those of you guys out there that already know what's going on, well, I'm not going to be preaching to the choir. There's no need in waking anybody up. There's no need in doing any of that. Okay? It's more about like, hey, let's just comment on the absurdity of what is the world that we're living in today. I mean, I don't know what else to say. All right, so that's kind of like what we're moving into now. Originally, is it still freezing? How's the stream going? The thing is, it's like, again, this is like a new stream on the new channel, on the new everything. So things are a little wonky at first. Again, hopefully things will get fixed by by the next stream. But as long as you guys can hear me, that's all that really matters at the moment. Again, I apologize, for, if it's not perfect at the moment. But again, this is why I decided to just, again, start the show. Originally I had like this whole production I wanted to set up and do, and there was all this stuff that I wanted to, get going right off the bat. But I've already been on YouTube long enough. I already know, how all this works, and sometimes I don't know what's taking. I don't know what's going on. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can fix it. Uno segundo. Maybe. Let me see. Let me know. Hopefully this will fix it. Okay. No, yeah. I mean, I want to make sure everything's running correctly here. So hopefully that fixed it. Okay. Anyways, but like I was saying, I've been on the YouTubes for long enough, and I know how things can be. So this is why, again, this episode, the first episode, it's like preseason game number 1 of a very long baseball season, spring training, whatever you want to call it. And so, again, there's going to be a lot of mistakes. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. We're going to have the freezing video and so on and so forth. Now, for those of you guys that have been watching long enough and remember the old podcast that I used to have, with my good friend, Mr. Hansen, that's where that music is from. That's where that intro music was from. That was, what we had for our intro for that podcast that we used to do back in the day. Originally, I was going to call this a podcast, but, as time has gone on, I realized, maybe, oh man, you know what? I just realized. I think I closed the thing that I was going to use. Hey, 1 second. Anyways, and so, what happened here? Yay. Okay, 1 second. Okay, and close all this. Okay. Oh, I think I know. Okay, all right. Whatever. We'll work this out as we go along. But long story short, hopefully we can get all this fixed and, running a lot better in the future. All right. So again, I apologize if it's not running 100%. I don't know what's going on with the internet. What's wrong? I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's just because it's the first live stream or the new channel or the internet's not working correctly. I don't know what's going on. So, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, sorry guys. 1 second, man. It's just like literally my internet is not working on this end. So, did we fix it? I think we fixed it. I think it's fixed finally. Okay, it might be the internet. Yeah, okay, I think it's working now. Okay, all right, okay. Who knows? There's probably like a loose wire. Maybe I got the CIA, FBI, Homeland Security, Chinese, government, the KGB, and, Mossad. Everybody, is out there at the same time watching. They're like, oh my God, Jose's back. So let's start. Let's watch, so shout out to everyone out there and all the intelligence agencies and the not so intelligent agencies out there, watching, at the same time. Shout out to everyone. Hopefully, I think the internet is fixed. I think we got it fixed. I think we're back. Okay, so with that said, hold on. I got to make sure. Okay, we got it. Hold on. I got to fix this real quick. All right, boom. Okay. Boom. All right. Please let me know in the chat how things are going. I think we finally fixed it. Yeah. Okay. I think it was everybody listening at the same time. Jeez, what a start. So, going back to what I was saying. So the reason, I just decided to just start the live stream, start the show, start everything, without having everything completely ready was just because, well, I knew we were going to have so many hiccups. I knew these things were going to happen. I knew it was going to be a lot of ups and downs. Again, that's why we have the preseason. That's why we got spring training. That's why we have all of that in order, to get all the kinks worked out until we finally get the show rolling as it should. So I really appreciate you guys. You guys are the first ones, to be part of this whole show. The first ones to really, again, experience, Jose Unleashed here. I'm trying not to speak in the third person. Trying to keep it,
Bruh.
Okay, so what are we going to be doing? Like I said, we're just going to be covering Clown World. We're just going to be enjoying, the fireworks instead of, crying about all the horribleness and all the things that are happening in the world. Hey, I think we should laugh. So, with that being said, let's just get right into it, okay? So, what am I going to be doing on the show? Well, okay, originally, again, I was just going to have a topic or two and just go off and just start talking about these things and, you know, kind of give my opinion on that. Then I was like, yeah, maybe I should read some news articles. So again, I still don't know exactly what we're going to be doing. In fact, you know, again, like I said, I was going to have a set. You know, we were going to do like a whole completely different thing here. And I just decided, you know what, let's just roll with it. Let's go with it. Let's see how this turns out. Let's see how this plays out. And then, you know, again, play it by ear and then go from there. So with that said, let's get into it. So I figured, you know what, let's go online. All right, let's see what we can find online. You know, I went to like CNN.com. And let's just see what they were covering on CNN.com. And of course, sure enough, look at this. Say cheese. Seems like rats like taking selfies too. Really interesting.
Bruh.
Now, you know, rats, you know, obviously, as you guys know, they like to experiment on rats before they experiment on humans. And so, well, it seems like rats like to take selfies too. Now, look, I haven't read any of these. I got a bunch of, you know, stories kind of queued up there. You know, we're going to kind of just like go over and see what we can do. But at the end of the day, you know, you know, I haven't read any of these. You know, I want to be as surprised as you guys as we're reading through this. So, you know, right off the bat, you know, I was just doing some research earlier, you know, to see what I was going to talk about. And I came across this. Look at this. Say cheese. Rats like taking selfies too. I did not know this. I was not aware that rats even had cell phones. I mean, did you? I thought you needed to kind of like have money, you know, to afford a cell phone, let alone, you know, pay for a service plan, right? By the way, I think that's what I figured out what was going on with my internet. You know, I just didn't pay my internet in time. But with that said, you know, it seems like rats have jobs. You know, it seems like rats also have money, you know, to buy cell phones and get their, you know, T-Mobile, AT&T accounts. And they like to take selfies. I mean, who knew? Who knew? So, you know, let's just get right into it. You know, from CNN.com. I mean, you already know. You know, the world's trusted news source here. You know, I mean, geez, you know, with all the things that are going on in the world, I mean, this is, you know, this is like the most important news of the day. I mean, I know I got a bunch of stories up, but I mean, I'm starting off with the most important because I feel like, geez, you know what I mean? Like, we need to know more about this. You know, we need to know why rats love to take so many selfies. Hopefully, by learning about this, we ourselves can also, you know, learn more about ourselves. As again, they like to experiment on the rats, you know, first, and then on the humans. So, might as well take a look at see what they have here. So, according to CNN.com, you know, they say when two rats began to take their own photos with a camera attached to their cage, artist Augustin Linger said he felt super powerful. Okay. As part of his graduate studies in 2021, wow, you know, his money. What is it? All right. Linger bought two rats. Okay, so he with his tuition money. You know, part of his graduate studies. You know, he bought two rats from a pet store in France where he lives, and built them an elaborate cage. As he told CNN. Using a mechanism that gave the rodents sugar whenever they pressed a button. He trained them to take pictures of themselves, and in the process produced a commentary on the notions of pleasure, reward, and addictive behaviors induced by social media. Now, according to what it says here, it doesn't seem like they like to take selfies. Again, it says using a mechanism that gave the rodents sugar whenever they pressed a button. So it seems like the rats didn't even know they were taking selfies of each other. This seems like a little bit of rat voyeurism. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? I don't know. It seems like a little weird. But, hey, it is what it is. But, you know, again, just goes to show you, you know, even with a story like this, they can't even get their story straight. Okay, so apparently they pushed a button to get sugar. And that button also happened to take pictures of them. I don't think the rats themselves, you know, were out there, you know, posing with their camera, right? What is it? With their phone camera, taking selfies, as originally thought when we clicked on this news story. But hey, I don't know. I digress. I guess the CNN writer was probably taking a day off, you know, kind of mailed it in, as they like to say. So, anyways, so intentionally mirroring funny animal photos, the video found across social media, the rats' self-portraits are a nice way to attract the gaze, Lingier said, adding that they offered a playful way to explore topics like reduced attention spans and the impact of social media algorithms. Again, it seems like they were just pushing a button to get sugar, not take pictures of each other. I mean, or take selfies. I don't even think they even know what a selfie is. But they do know what sugar is. So, here we see a picture right there. It says the rats were trained to press a button that triggered a camera attached to their cage. So, now, he goes on to say, you know, the scientist, right? Let's use this term a little loosely here. Anyways, this scientist says, when you have such a power, even when it is just two small rats, not billions of people, you feel you can manipulate everything, he added. Sounds a little bit, you know, devious to me. You know, it sounds a little weird. Again, this is a pretty weird article, but hey, who am I to judge? I got a talking horse. You know, again, shout out to Lambo. What's up, guys? I sure missed you. I can finally say whatever the hell I want about what's going on here. Anyways, the blank stare should be enough. By the way, Lambo, what do you think about these rats taking pictures of each of themselves? I think it's a bunch of crap. Damn, okay, Lambo. All right. So, Lignier based his cage design on the Skinner box, a device invented by American psychologist B.F. Skinner to study animal behavior. Let's look at this box a little bit better. The artist said he drew inspiration from scientific experiments developed by Skinner during the 1950s that trained animals to complete complex tasks. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. They got a little mini studio there. How cute is that? Kind of weird too, but again, who am I to judge, right? Look at these rats. It looks like they got themselves a little studio. See, you know, we should give these guys a little a YouTube channel. Jeez, you know, maybe they already have one. Who knows? All right, nice setup they got there. Okay, so as the two rats, which Lingier named Augustine and Arthur after himself and his brother, began exploring their new environment, they would randomly touch the button that gave them sugar. Lingier said then, after the course of about a week, they began to understand the positive effects of pushing the button, associating it with a sugar hit. Again, nothing to do with taking selfies. So I don't understand. Apparently, rats don't like taking selfies. They don't even know what a selfie is. They like sugar. Okay, I like sugar. You like sugar. A lot of us like sugar. All right. Once the rats understood this, Lingier moved them to a normal cage with the intention of making the animals forget about the sugar before moving them back into the original cage. But this time, the button didn't release sugar every time it was pressed. Instead, the sugar release was randomized, but because the rat's brain associated pleasure to sugar and the sugar to the button, they touched it, Lingier said, adding that the rats would sometimes press the button for sugar more than one a minute. Well, I mean, you know, that sounds like any fat ass that likes sugar, but hey, it is what it is. Look at that. Look at that cute little rat taking that cute selfie. Look at that. The newest Instagram model, guys. How about that? Look at that. What a cutie. Their antics produced a series of selfies, some of which appeared as if they'd been shot against a clean white background. Others were more headshot in style, a technique used to showcase faces close up. Oh, okay, thanks. Okay, thanks for defining headshot. You know, I thought it was just when a sniper, you know, gets a really good shot in. Anyways, giving randomized rewards in return for taking selfies mirrored the tactics used by social media companies and dating apps to keep their users coming back, like Ligner said. By the way, I don't know about you guys, but I never get no sugar. I never gotten a Baby Ruth or a Snickers or a Reese's Pieces, you know, a peanut butter cup. You know, whenever I take a selfie, if I did, I probably would take a lot more selfies, all right? So, you know, kind of putting it out there, to Samsung, Apple, and all the other phone companies out there. Hey, maybe you guys should create something to release some Reese's peanut butter cups. I like those, okay? Or some Reese's Pieces. Those are really good. I would definitely be taking selfies left and right if every time I push a button I got a little Reese's Pieces, right? Wouldn't you? So every time the rats push a button, they have dopamine in their brain, and then it records the exact moment they were touching it. Meaning taking a picture. Jeez, man. Who wrote this? I feel like AI wrote this, right? No, yeah, I think AI probably would have done a better job. After spending a few days taking selfies, the pet rats went to live with Ligner's mother in Aries, southern France, until they died and were buried in her back garden. But hey, the selfies will live on forever. So we're actually looking at dead rats here that were killed in an experiment. Okay, interesting. So we've learned that, rats don't like taking selfies. They like sugar. In fact, they don't even know what a selfie is. So again, shout out to CNN, again, for another amazing, journalistic story. Again, this is why they are the leaders in news. Shout out to them. That's great. Awesome. What an amazing, amazing story. Okay. So by the way, so again, this is preseason, all right? So let's now sit back and analyze. All right, let's go back and let's analyze, what we've done with the show so far. I read a story. Again, this thing, the comedy writes itself. I mean, I don't really have to do much here. This is kind of crazy. The fact that, this is even a story, or they're even talking about this. And again, they even have to lie, about this story. They can't even, not lie. I don't know what else to say. Pretty terrible. Okay. Jesus. So, Baron von Crunch in the chat says, sounds like my drunk aunt playing the slots in Vegas. Yeah, right? Yeah, wait until they learn how to live stream. Yeah, I totally agree. They're gonna take our jobs. They're gonna take all our jobs. Okay, let's move on to the next story. So, by the way, how crazy is that? I mean, to me, that's pretty crazy. The fact that, again, not only do they, provide crap content, but on top of that, they have to lie about the crap content that they're, putting out there about rats taking selfies for sugar. Okay. Jeez, anyways, all right. Let's move on to the next one. By the way, this next story, I saw earlier today or yesterday. I don't know when I saw it. And I was like, what the hell's going on here? So, Elmo. Do you guys know who Elmo is? Famous Elmo, from Sesame Street. So, Elmo's wellness check uncovers existential dread and despair on social media. Okay? All the Sesame Street Muppet wanted to know was how everyone was doing. Spoiler alert, nobody's okay right now. Really? Wow, I had no idea. I thought everything was great. Jeez, thank God that Elmo, is out there. By the way, again, shout out to Elmo, for, caring so much about us that, he was giving us a little wellness check. All right, let's check that out. Let's see what Elmo had to say. All right, shout out to Elmo. So look there's Elmo's tweet. I didn't even know Elmo had a Twitter account. Holy crap, you know what I mean? Jeez. My God, we got rats taking selfies. We got Muppets on Twitter. I can't wait for the next story. But hey, let's stay to this. We'll stay the course here. Okay, so thousands of people are unloading their life problems on Elmo. Damn, man, poor Elmo. I hope he's getting paid for this. On Elmo this week, after the Red Muppet posted a casual question on X, how is everybody doing? Not well. Not well. It seems like not well. In fact, let's read. Let's read. I'm interested in this. I want to go a little deeper. Let's see what Elmo had to say here. So, okay, Chance the Rapper, all right, famous Chance the Rapper says, honestly, I'm in a really good place right now. Good. I can concur. I'm in a good place right now too. It was an amazing last year, an amazing start to this year as well. Let's see. Oscar was right. Oscar the Grouch. Everybody knows Oscar the Grouch. Okay. Contrain says, Every morning, I cannot wait to go back to sleep. Every Monday, I cannot wait for Friday to come. Every single day, every single week of my life. Damn, that's pretty dark. Sorry to hear that, Contrain. Hedonista Lisa says, I did not have us all trauma dumping on Elmo on my bingo card. Yeah, me either. This is, look at this. Look at Elmo. Elmo reading the replies and questions. Poor Elmo. Poor Elmo. I mean, again, you know, look, I you know what? I can actually sympathize with Elmo because sometimes, you know, I do my videos, I do my live streams, I do my shows on my other channel. And, you know, a lot of times this is what, I mean, you know, people just dump all this stuff on me. And I'm like, bro, what's going on here, man? So anyway, shout out to all those people out there. I kind of feel bad for everybody. I'm at my lowest point. Thanks for asking. Wow. Elmo, we are all tired. Okay. The world is burning around us, Elmo. All right, Steven. Jeez. All right, so suffering. Elmo gonna be rich when he gets his ad revenue on Friday. By the way, I should get on Twitter. I should be a little bit more active on Twitter. Maybe I should live stream on Twitter. X. By the way, I know it's X. I can't call it X. I still call it Twitter. In fact, it still says twitter.com up there. It is what it is. So I'm gonna go with Twitter. I refuse to you know, to. Anyways, whatever. Becky says, we started it by trauma dumping so hard on Elmo, the official Sesame Street account had to tweet out mental health resources. God help us. Jesus. 7-Eleven Truther says, wife left me, daughters don't respect me, my job is a joke. Any more questions, Elmo? Jesus, man. Oh my God. Jeez. Poor Elmo. Hope Elmo's not on can I say it? Suicide watch? All right. Poor Elmo. Does anyone even care about Elmo? You know, again, Elmo was just looking out for everybody, and before you know it, you know, now Elmo's in trauma care. All right. Has anyone checked in on you, Elmo? How are you, pal? There you go, Georgia. There you go. There you go. Okay, so all right, let's continue with the story here. I was just curious what people were actually saying. All right. So thousands of people are unloading their life problems on Elmo this week after the Red Muppet posted a casual question on Twitter. How's everybody doing? Not well, it seems. In fact, the question, which was posted to Twitter on Monday, opened the floodgates to a deluge of internet users eager to vent to the children's show character and had somehow signed himself up to be the internet's newest therapist. Elmo, I'm suffering from existential dread here, a user replied. Okay, so we already kind of read through some of these. Even Gizmo, poor Gizmo's doesn't even know what to say about this whole thing. Aaron Bishop, the vice president of audience development at Sesame's workshop, said the grown-ups helping Elmo and other characters from the show with their social media accounts are cognizant of the relationship the audience have developed with them over 54 years. Yeah, which, by the way, what adult is still watching Sesame Street? I thought Sesame Street was for kids. The last time I saw Sesame Street was, what, like 40 years ago? When I was 2, 4, 5 years old? I mean, I think by the time I was 5 or 6 years old, I was probably watching, like, I don't know, He-Man, G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles, whatever was around. So I don't know what adults are out there still watching Sesame Street. In fact, we should be asking those adults, you know, why are you still watching Sesame Street? By the way, I don't want to play any of these videos because I don't want to get, you know, in trouble with the copyright gods out there. All right, but okay, many of our social media posts are designed to make the audiences smile or laugh, while others promote and share resources for kids, children. Wait, for kids, children, and their parents? Bro, these people cannot write. What are they talking about? What do you mean? Kids and children are the same thing. So you mean, you know, share resources for kids and their parents, caregivers, and loved ones who make up their child of care. You know what this looks like? It looks like they had to, type an article with at least 1,000 words, and they were just adding extra words there. Anyways, leveraging the internet in Elmo's tweet to posting the quote tweet from Sesame Street with emotional well-being resources is exactly what Sesame Street Workshop was created to do. Really? What? How long have I been away from Sesame Street that now Sesame Street is therapy care? Isn't there like some app that you can download? Right? There you go. Look at Elmo. Elmo checking in. Look at that. That's funny. So, by the way, I apologize for all the dogs barking. It's already getting late in the afternoon. People are getting home from work and all their dogs are barking. Hey, thank you for coming home. Or what have you. Anyway, shout out to everyone out there still watching this. Again, this is how I feel. You know what? This is me right now doing the show. I came in here with some pizzas, thinking everything was going to be all hunky-dory. And this is what I got. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. This is what a crap show here. Okay. Poor Elmo. Wow. Elmo is glad, he asked. Elmo learned that it is important to ask a friend how they are doing. He also learned that, most of the America is on suicide watch as well. Again, I know I said that word twice. I really hope the YouTube gods, allow me to say that word. I know sometimes, I don't even know what else to say. Unalive yourself or whatever. Anyways, I hope everyone's okay out there. Just like Elmo. I love everybody, and I wish everyone the best, and I hope everyone's okay out there. Again, shout out to everyone in the chat right now. Shout out to everyone watching this in the future, and so on and so forth. Anyways, some, such as songwriter T-Pain, expressed appreciation for Elmo's empathy. That's love. Pull up anytime, bruh, he wrote. Check in with your people. That's right. By the way, how are you guys doing out there? Shout out to everyone that's watching and listening. How are you guys doing out there? I want to do a little wellness check with you guys. Hopefully you guys are okay. And, hopefully this show doesn't want to make you unalive yourself. Hopefully you guys are, still watching and you're still, alive. Or awake. Hopefully you guys haven't fallen asleep yet. So shout out to everyone out there. And I think that's it. That's all we got on the story. But, this is already like Monday. This is already a late story. So it wasn't there. Oh, man. This came from another story. Whatever. It's fine. I think we've covered that enough. So, again, guys, I really appreciate you guys so far hanging out with me today and joining me on this horrible first episode. Again, we're just here chatting away. By the way, please let me know if the dogs are too loud or the noises coming from outside is so loud. It's a lot of action going on outside. Geez, a lot more than what I was expecting today. So, but anyways, I had no idea things were that bad. I don't know. Elmo didn't know things were that bad. Geez. Wow. Yeah, Oscar, it's funny. See, look, Baron says, forget about the Twitterverse. Elmo should worry about Oscar. Oscar has issues. I know I know what you're saying there, but I feel like Oscar has more of his crap together. He's more aware of what's actually going on. He's just grouchy, because, the world is kind of crappy. You know what I mean? And so, it's he doesn't live in existential dread or anything like that. He's just more realistic, In fact, I feel like more people these days are emulating Oscar the Grouch by living in a trash can. Again, you can just go to any street USA, and there's plenty of people living exactly like Oscar the Grouch. Grumpy, in a trash can, on the street. I mean, shout out to Oscar the Grouch out there, for setting the trend. All right? So, all right, let's...
Bruh.
Okay. Let's move on to... Okay, we got a few more stories here. We got another one here. Oh, okay. Let's move on to this one here. This one seems interesting. All right. So look at this. By the way, this show today, okay, what we're doing today is not going to be the set exact show that we're going to be doing here, okay? Like I still, this is still in the development stage. You guys are tuning in to me working out, figuring out what we're going to be doing eventually down the line. Once we get, everything in order, we're going to have a more, seamless show, a better produced show. I know things are all wonky at the moment, and again, we had a weird start with the internet because, again, this is the first ever live stream on this brand new channel. So even YouTube itself is still trying to figure this whole thing out here on this end, and so on and so forth. So again, a shout out to everyone out there that's made it and here and watching, whether you're watching live or you're watching in the future. I really appreciate you guys, and again, I really hope to produce the best show possible, because again, at the end of the day, I want to make something that you guys can listen to at any moment in time while you're working, while you're out and about, in podcast form or audio form, not necessarily here. And again, laugh, enjoy, while you're, again, living your, horrible life, as Elmo liked to point it out, as Elmo was just pointing out right now. A lot of people right now kind of hate their lives, or things are not going the right way. Some of you guys know me from my other channel where you guys are trying to escape and, move to Mexico, for example. So I know things are, I agree, with, Elmo's assessment, that, he has to check in with all of you guys because, things are, not going so great for many people. So, again, I'm just trying to, get you to at least to laugh, and, not, what is it? Bring a little bit joy and entertainment to everything that's going on out there at the moment. So shout out to everyone, all right? So with that being said, look at this. A skyscraper-sized asteroid is about to buzz, by Earth on Friday. Look at that. Interesting. So while you're having your TV dinner on Friday night, getting ready to work the weekend again, look, it might all end. An asteroid might hit us all, and, we're all gone. In fact, this might be the one and only episode, because of that asteroid. So, let's cross our fingers and pray, that it actually does miss. And because we know that these, again, as we were just reading from CNN and the rat story, they can't even get their story straight. So who knows? They might be saying that the asteroid's going to buzz right by us, but it's probably going to be a direct hit, with our luck. Actually, with our luck, it's definitely going to miss. Especially those people out there, most of you guys that, hating life right now. Yeah, for sure you're going to see the freaking asteroid just pass right by you and miss.
Bruh.
And you're going to have to go to work the next day, 100%, okay? So, just plan on going to work on Saturday, all right? Even if you have the day off, plan on getting called in, all right? Because, again, this is the way it is. Oh, thank you for the kind words in the chat. Okay, so far so good. All right, so like I said, this is the first episode. Even for me, I'm still kind of working out the kinks, trying to figure all this out. Okay, all right. So let's talk about this. Okay, so the what is it? The asteroid is going to pass safely within 1.7 million miles. That's not that close, is it? 1.7 miles, maybe 1,700 miles, but 1.7 million miles? I mean, come on. What is this? Passing next to Neptune? Come on. Or, Uranus? Jesus. Anyways. Discovered in 2008. So, come on, man. This freaking asteroid is how many years old now? What is it? 16 years old? Anyways. Discovered in 2008, the asteroid is designated as 2008 OS7. It won't be back our way again until 2032. Okay, so let's make sure to wave goodbye, as passes by and doesn't end, your existence. But it will be much more distant encounter, staying 45 million miles away. So in 2032, it's going to be even further away. What kind of story is this, man? Jesus. This is like front page news on NBC News, all right? Again, this and Elmo are sharing the spotlight, okay? An asteroid as big as a skyscraper will pass within 1.7 million miles of Earth on Friday. Don't worry, there's no chance, all right? So again, you're going to have to go to work on Saturday. There's no chance of it hitting us, since it will even pass 7. It's like it will pass 7 times the distance from Earth to the moon. So I mean, again, it's probably gonna hit, it's probably gonna hit Mercury or whatever, right? Anyways, NASA's Center for Near Earth Object Studies estimates a space rock. Is that what it prefers? Is that the preferred pronoun for the asteroid? So anyways, estimates that the space rock is between 697 feet and 1,575 feet across. That means the asteroid could be similar in size to New York City's Empire State Building. Is it really that big then? It doesn't seem like it's that big, in all scheme of things. All right. So, okay, we already talked about it was discovered in 2000. They're just repeating the same thing. Okay. So, this is... Sorry, guys. I should have vetted some of these stories beforehand, all right? Let's move on to the next story. Jesus. By the way, can you guys be honest? Be honest. In the chat or in the comment section, can you guys please vote and let me know, what you guys think about today's episode so far on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being horrendous, 10 being stupendous. So please let me know what you guys think about today's first ever, show. All right. I'm refusing to call it a podcast. All right. My really good friend doesn't want me to call it a podcast, even though a podcast is just basically, this. But again, I'm going to go and choose another description for it. We're just going to call it a show. A shit show, but a show nonetheless. All right. We got Scott Cooper with the first vote, 7.5. Oh, wow. That is very generous of you. Very, very generous of you. Shout out to you, Scott. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. I mean, I myself will not give it that high of a rating. More like a 1.5, maybe a 2, no more than that. I mean, I'm actually surprised at myself. It's actually, isn't that, I thought it was going to, as I'm doing the show, I'm actually pretty surprised it's not as horrible as I originally thought. Scott says, wish you had an option for Super Chats. I don't have an option for Super Chats yet because this channel is very new. And in order for me to get Super Chats and monetize, I have to meet a bunch of requirements. So I'm not going to be able to have Super Chats on the channel anytime soon because of that, okay? So again, it's not because of me. I would love to have them right now. But it's just, the channel is so new. Everything is so new right now that, again, I gotta give it some time, before YouTube bestows that privilege upon me. So again, if you wanna, help me get there as soon as possible, I would really, really appreciate, again, tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everybody about the show, subscribe. I need to get at least 1,000 subscribers. I need to get a certain amount of view hours and so on and so forth. But we'll get there. We'll get there soon. Again, we already got like 71 subscribers, maybe more. But anyways, we'll get there in due time. But if you do want to send a donation, again, you can always go to my website. And just right there on my website, help support the show. You can buy me a coffee, join the Patreon, PayPal, Cash App, so on and so forth. By the way, I plan probably tonight, this weekend, again, as soon as I get some time, I'm going to plan on putting all of the shows and putting, this whole thing on my website as well, so that it's easy for you guys to find. All right, so just in case, because right now, as you guys can see, I got this option all the way at the top for the podcast. Okay, hold on one second. Anyways, but so I got this option out here for the podcast, but this section right now is basically just the audio of the live streams that I do on the Mexico channel, okay? All right, what's going on here? Oh, no. Jeez. Anyway, so there we go. So basically the live streams, okay, that I do on the Mexico channel are under the podcast section. So I'm going to be switching that around. We're obviously going to keep the audio version of the live streams that I do on the other channel because, again, it's helpful for a lot of you guys. But we're also going to create a section for Jose Unleashed, so that you guys can also, again, catch it there whenever you want. It's also on Spotify, so please, again, all this right here is on Spotify. Do I have? No, okay, I don't have it here. Hold on, let me see. Let me get you the Spotify link. Okay, I'm going to put that in the chat. But this is also available on Spotify. So for your listening pleasure. And just like Joe Rogan, the audio, I mean, on Spotify, you'll also be able to watch it. Okay, so again, I got the same deal as Joe Rogan, except for the money. So I'm not getting paid, but you can watch the video on Spotify as well. So shout out to Jose Unzipped. If you want Jose Unzipped, you can find me on OnlyFans. Okay, that's where Jose Unzipped is. Okay, this is Jose Unleashed. Okay, I'm unleashing, the beast, or whatever. Okay, anyways. So, as you guys can see, there it is. Let me see. Do we have any new subscribers? I think. Look at that. 77 subscribers. Wow. Look at that. This is growing as we go along. Who knew? So anyway, shout out to everyone out there. And I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Now, I'm going to be keeping these shows, okay, to around an hour, 15 minutes, give or take. Not too much, not too short. Again, I want to provide, entertainment. But at the same time, I don't want to go too long, and so on and so forth. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only, all right? But like I was saying, what I really plan on doing is that I plan at the very least, to have, one show a week, okay? So one show a week at the very minimum, and I don't know if it's going to be Thursdays or not. I'm going to really try to do it on Thursday so I can knock, both out, again, the one on my other channel and then here. But I really do also want to be able to have a channel, an outlet, so I can say anything I want. So let's just say it's Saturday night or Tuesday night. I got nothing to do. I'm bored out of my mind, which is very rare because I'm always busy doing something. But I just want to go live. I want to talk to you guys about whatever. Again, like I was saying earlier, World War III might break out. An asteroid might hit us. Whatever. All these things. Elmo. Has an existential crisis himself, going over the Twitter. All this news that might break out, just like a teenager's breaks out, with zits, before high school prom. And I want to go live and I want to cover the story. I want to talk to you guys about it, So again, this is why not just subscribe to the channel, but hit the bell icon, okay? And again, if you're really interested in this kind of content that I'm making here, the show that we're doing here, please, by all means, go check out the channel directly and make sure to, hit that bell icon and all that good stuff, because you never know. I could just go live whenever. All right. And that's kind of like the plan, because again, we're in this crazy clown world that we're living in at the moment. Anything can happen at any moment, and I want to be able to just go live and boom, let's talk about it, let's discuss, and so on and so forth. Because as you guys know, I think a lot of you guys, know me from my previous channel and everything I do over there. I can't really talk about, rats taking selfies over there. I can't talk about Elmo over there. I can't talk about, the asteroids. I can't talk about any of that stuff over there. And then on my original channel, the channel that I had, in fact, let's take a look at that channel real quick since we're here. Okay, and so on my original channel, this channel right here has already been dinged a million times by YouTube. I'm constantly getting copyright strikes. I'm constantly getting in trouble. It's a miracle it's even still up, okay? But on this channel, you can find a lot of the older stuff, okay? I got, the old podcast on there, when I used to go live. So you guys can go check that stuff out. Again, it is, it hasn't been that long ago since I would cover. Look at all the stuff that I used to cover, okay? We talked about, and so on and so forth, all right? So, again, you guys can, if you enjoyed this, go check the older content out and see what's out there. But this is not what we're going to be doing on this channel. Okay, we're going to be focusing more on comedy than anything else. Okay, on this channel was more serious than anything else. But again, enough of the seriousness. Okay, it's time to laugh. No need to cry over spilled milk over here. But anyways, long story short, this is the channel that I wish I could have, I could publish on here, but it's just, again, this channel used to be monetized, and now it's just completely demonetized, and it's just, YouTube, would probably wish to get rid of it, but again, it's not like I got horrible content, but again, you can go and look at some of my really, really, really old videos and old content and everything. Again, I used to be a professional. Check out some of these videos. Check out some of the things I used to talk about, and so on and so forth. All right. So, wow, I cannot believe that my look at this, Cooking with Jose. Look at that, 453 subscribers. That's a lot of subscribers. By the way, I would love to bring that back, but that's just too much production, too much whatever. Maybe in the future, I can go back to cooking live. If you're interested in that and you don't know what it is, go check it out. Shout out to Narud Jalouf. Shout out to you, brother, because I know you were a big fan of that channel, and so was I. But that's in the distant memory. All right, but yeah, that was my original channel, the one that started it all. All right. In fact, just so you can see how far back this goes. Look right here, oldest. All right, see right here, click oldest, right? Look at that, boom. Look at this. I got videos from like 8 years ago. Jesus, jeez Louise, look at this. Wow.
Bruh.
Okay, so you can go check some of this out if you're interested. Okay, see, I was cooking, I was doing everything. All right. All right, let's move on to more important topics, all right? Like Britney Spears is not sorry after Justin Timberlake's rumored shade. Someone is talking shit, I guess, right? Hold on. I don't have the... Where is it? Where's the... Ah, man, I see. Oh, there it is. By the way, I don't know who it was in the other live stream that they said that they were going to send me a soundboard. I hope they do, because, otherwise, look at this. Anyway, so, all right, let's do this again. Britney Spears is not sorry after Justin Timberlake's rumored shade. Someone is talking... Ah, Jesus. So, by the way, my really good friend Hanson was supposed to help me out, produce the show, but he's a very busy guy. Again, we have more plans for, the show and the things what we're going to do here. But I said, you know what, bro? Let me just get the ball rolling. Let's get this thing started. Let me just kind of like start working on my end. And then, once we get, kind of like a semblance of what we're going to be doing here, we'll get the producer on the show, so that way we can, at the very least, have somebody help me out on the other end, when it comes to like, bringing up stories, bringing up things, in a sense, like Jamie. He's like Joe Rogan has Jamie, I have Hanson, all right? The one, the only, Mr. Hanson. So he's going to be, helping me produce the show at some point in the very near future, so look out for that. Again, this is just kind of like a test stream, okay? At the very least, it's like a test stream, again, preseason, game one of spring training. I'm not even playing another professional team. I'm playing like the women's league, it's like it's me versus the Rochelle Rockettes or whatever, shout out to a league of their own, okay? So this is just me playing, I don't know, John Doe Community College, all right? Okay. By the way, shade. What does that? What does it mean? Rumored shade. So what is a? So does that mean that Justin Timberlake is talking shit about Britney Spears? I mean, really? Jeez, man, this is a story. Okay, things are getting quite toxic. Ooh, remember, like that's Britney Spears' song, "Toxic." Remember that? Okay. Pop diva Britney Spears posted a cryptic photo on Instagram Thursday in which she riled up singer claimed someone was talking shit about her. Someone told me someone was talking shit about me on the streets. Britney Spears, 42. Wow. Britney Spears is my age. She looks pretty, by the way, she looks pretty good for 42. Not gonna lie. Shout out to her. Shout out to her for escaping her, underground dungeon as well, So, all right, let's get back to the story here. Someone told me someone was talking shit about me on the streets. Spears, 42, captioned a photo of a basketball hoop with the moon behind it. Do you want me to bring it to the court? Or will you go home crying to your mom like you did the last time? Oh, wait, what's the song? Cry me a river, cry me a river. By the way, I have not signed up for American Idol, but obviously, I got the chops to do so. All right, so Justin Timberlake, shout out to him and Cry Me a River. I am not sorry, the Post concluded. The Post has reached out to Britney Spears for comment. The Washington Post. Oh, that's right. We moved on to another, news outlet here. We're going with the Washington Post here. The Post has reached out to Spears for comment. Interesting. Again, with all the things going on in the world, I'm glad that they're focusing on the issues that really matter. The Post has reached out to Spears for comment. Spears scathing and vague. See, even Gizmo can't believe it. Look at that. You hear him? Even he can't believe it. He's a big Britney Spears fan, So, and Justin Timberlake. I mean, I myself like Justin Timberlake's music, okay? I haven't listened to his music in like 15 years, but, it is what it is. By the way, I'm not going to stop the ball rolling, because Gizmo's barking at the moment, okay? Like I said, we're just, season 1, episode 1 here, all right? Spears, let me see, where are we at? Okay, Spears' scathing and vague post comes a day after ex-boyfriend Justin Timberlake made an equally vague statement during a show in New York on his 43rd birthday. Okay, interesting. I'd like to take this opportunity to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody, Timberlake told the crowd as the band played the melody of his 2013 Jay-Z collab, Holy Grail. Interesting. Wow. The beef commence. Who has the beef? You got the beef? I can go for some Wendy's right now. By the way, we just had a Wendy's open up in town, but I haven't gone yet because the lines are insane, okay? But I plan on getting a burger and what is it like? I forgot what they sell at the... But I love those square burgers and the chili. So yes, I'm looking forward to go visit Wendy's, okay? I'll let you know. Keep you posted on that, okay? As how my Wendy's experience went, out here in Mexico. Fans have deducted, right? No, wait. Fans have deduced that the Mirror singer was referring to a statement made by Spears, whom he dated from 1999 to 2002. I mean, really? I mean, the fact that we're talking about this, 22 years later, I think that's more astonishing to me than the asteroid that's about to hit us, okay? Anyways, in which she offered an apology to him on Instagram. The post has since been deleted. All right, shout out to Britney. Oh, look at that. Look at the cute couple there. Britney Spears says, okay, we already read that, okay. I want to apologize for some of the things I wrote about in my book. If I offended any of the people I genuinely cared about, I am deeply sorry. Spears captioned an Instagram post of Timberlake on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Okay, so now we know what's going on. She's just, releasing a book. All right, so shout out to her. The Princess of Pop also stated that she was in love with Justin Timberlake with his new track, Selfish. It's so good, and how come every time I see Justin and Jimmy together, I laugh so hard? She gushed. No, it seems like she's still in love with JT. As am I, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are as well. Shout out to Justin Timberlake. P.S. Sanctified is wow too, Spears added, referring to a second track on Timberlake's new album. The Womanizer songstress aired. Why do they keep, adding these songs anyways? Why can't they just say Britney said this, Justin said that? Most people don't even know their freaking songs, Jesus. All right, okay. So anyways, it seems like there's some beef between them. And it seems like they're just trying to get let me see. I read something. Listen. Spears also alleged this former NSYNC member forced her to get an abortion. Oh my God. When she wouldn't have made the choice if it had been up to her. I did not know. I did not know that at all. Oh, wow. Interesting. Did you guys know? Apparently not. I love Justin so much. I always expected us to have a family together one day. This would be This would just be much earlier than I anticipated, wrote the singer, but Justin definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy. He said, we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives, that we were way too young. I'm sure people will hate me for this, but I agreed not to have the baby. I don't know if it was the right decision, continued Spears, who was recently separated at the time of the book's release. Oh, wait a minute. So this is a book that was released over 20 years ago? Jesus. If I had been left up to me, I never would have done it. And yet Justin was so sure that he didn't want to be a father. Wednesday's show was also the first time Timberlake has seemingly acknowledged the apology despite being on press tour to promote the upcoming tour. Okay. Interesting. I did not know that these guys were beefing again. Interesting. So I still have no idea if it's a new book that she's promoting or it's the 20-year-old book that she's promoting. But well, I didn't know that that they had a baby together or we're supposed to have one together. That's interesting. All right, shout out to JT and see. Look how they make a cute couple, man. But hey, I get it. It's not for us to decide. It is what it is. Okay, let's move on. I think, do we have any more? Okay, we already talked about the skyscraper. We talked about Elmo. Talked about the rats taking a selfie. Oh, look at this. Before you get a Spotify tattoo, artists want you to know these risks. Interesting. I didn't even know these things were a thing. Oh, yeah, I think I've heard about these. Okay, so basically, you get your favorite song. For example, Free Bird. Shout out to Leonard Skinner out there. And, when you find the song on Spotify, it seems to have like a tag, like a Spotify tag. It's kind of like a QR code. And then that tag, you can put on your arm, and then you can scan that, and the song will pop up. How cool is that? Now, I don't know about you, but you already know. If you get a tattoo at one point in your life, let's say you're young, you get a tattoo when your skin is nice and tight, and then, 20, 30, 40 years down the line, all of a sudden that tattoo, might not look exactly the same. You might be getting a different song. You might start off with Free Bird, and before you know it, you got Toxic from Britney Spears. Who knew? Maybe that's the risk that they're talking about. Let's read. Let's not assume. Okay, let's read and see what they have to say. In fact, let me move my head up to the other end so we can read together. Okay. CNN says, what if you were able to have your favorite song basically on speed dial, ready to go for any moment that calls for it? By the way, I thought you can already have that on your phone, for example, or on your, on your iPad? Not iPad. What's it called? What was the old thing called again? The iTunes thing? Anyways, but I thought it was already, I thought this was like old technology. I thought you could already push a button and play a song. In fact, here, I'm going to push a button and play a song right now. We're going to play the intro, the old intro from the old podcast.
Yeah, I don't even understand, bro.
Okay, boomer.
Look at that.
Yeah, I don't even understand, bro.
This is the nature of change.
Shout out to Henson for creating this song.
You have dukkha, you have frustration.
You can find this song on Spotify, all right? You can get your own tattoo with this song if you're interested in it. Okay, but we'll talk about that later. In fact, Naru Jalou says, I have Jackie Joke Hunt theme song written on my arm. Oh, wow, look at that. See? Look at this. This guy's, a trendsetter. Okay, so let's see, CNN. Let me see here. Okay. What if you were able to have your favorite song basically on speed dial, ready to go for any moment that calls for it? That's known as a Spotify tattoo. Has been made possible on Spotify. Every piece of content has a series of unique sound bars known as a Spotify code, like a QR code, meant for sharing the content with someone when scanned with the camera function on Spotify's mobile app. Get a code tattooed on your arm or any other part of your body, and when scanned, they should immediately play the content associated with it. You know what? Maybe I should do the same for the show, for the podcast, right? Why not? Look at this. That is, when the tattoo has been done well, and especially when it's fresh. The Wall Street Journal, for example, has interviewed several people who reported their tattoos were no longer working once both the body art and their skin had started to age. Oh, see, look at that. I guess I was right. Naru Jaloof, did you start off with another song and then that's the song you ended up with, or what happened with your tattoo situation over there? So anyway, Spotify launched these codes in 2017, exactly when the tattoo fad began. Isn't clear, but on TikTok, videos tagged Spotify tattoo have garnered 14.8 million views. That's not that many views, really. That's it. 10 million of these were on a viral clip. So basically, only 4.8 million views. Jesus. Anyways, of a viral clip of a UK-based tattoo artist showing off the result of a Spotify tattoo on their friend's forearm. It played the friend's wedding song, "Aw, 1,000 Years" by Christina Perri. I have no idea who that is or what song that is. To their delight. Okay. In the last few years, at least a few hundred people have also gone under the needle to pay permanent tribute to their favorite tunes, like Naru Jaloof. All right. Shout out to them. All right. So we love seeing listeners wear the audio they love on their sleeve and helping them represent their fandom. Spotify told the Wall Street Journal in a statement. CNN has reached, so what is this? Anyway, so CNN has reached out to the company for additional comment. All right, awesome. So happy to hear that. Tattooing the codes can be stressful, especially in the moment of truth between finishing the piece and testing whether it works or not, said tattoo artist John Lapides of the United Tattoo in Fountain, Colorado. Lapides has inked 2 Spotify tattoos. Wow, just 2. One connected to the Michael Bublé song "Everything" in November of 2022, and another in December of that year for "Gone Away" by the band Offspring. Okay, interesting. That's great. I told him if it's scannable, fantastic. If it's not scannable, I'm sorry, but that's part of the risk, Lapid said. Lo and behold, when we finished, it was scannable. That's great. Good job. You did not lose your job as a tattoo artist. Good for you. Reasons why people get these tattoos run the gamut. Some people simply just want the fun party trick of flashing a phone at their arm at the Rick Ainsley, "Never Gonna Give You Up." Never gonna give you up. Da, 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 da. All right. This seems like pretty... All right. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to read all this. All right. Okay, we get the gist of it. In fact, not only do we get the gist of it, I think, we have enough for the first video, the first live stream, the first upload, in a sense, to the channel. Guys, again, I really appreciate you guys, hanging out with me, especially at the very beginning of the show today. Again, as, we were getting the kinks worked out, we were having the first live stream, everything was just kind of getting set. Again, I know today all I was doing was just reading, some articles, that we found from these very, very amazing news outlets out there, only providing the best news. But again, don't expect this to be the norm. I don't know what kind of form this is going to take, all right? But you can just expect to laugh. Hopefully I entertain you guys. Hopefully this is good content. I really appreciate the love. I know a lot of you guys were, giving me some really good reviews so far. Again, please, down below in the comments, if you're still listening, you're still watching this, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about the show and all this good stuff. But, again, guys, today was just, again, we're getting our feet wet. It was our first, again, we were just testing the waters. It was more like a test stream than anything else. Preseason game number 1, first at bat, for the first, game of the season and so on and so forth. And I think it went pretty well. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't give it as high as a rating as some of you guys did, but I appreciate the love and I appreciate the kind words. But hey, regardless, I think it was, pretty good. I think it actually went well. and better than I thought. You know, I thought it was going to be more of a train wreck. There you go. Thank you, Baron Von Crunch. That's more of a realistic review there. 6.0. Sounds about right. Again, I would still give it like a 1.5. You know, shout out to Scott Cooper with a 7.5, you know, rating. I know it was very, very rough, very rocky. Again, it's the first show of many, the first live stream of many. But again, you know, think about it. In the future, you know, again, we're going to have like a major story or a major thing to talk about, and we're just going to go and kind of just like breeze through it like we do in the other live streams. Okay, so again, guys, I wasn't expecting much for today's show. Hopefully you guys weren't disappointed, you know, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the show so far. But the reality is that, you know, again, we have to get started somewhere. We have to, you know, again, get the ball rolling eventually. And I didn't want to keep putting this off because, again, I told you guys I was going to start this off in early January. But the reality is that, hey, I was dealing with a lot of things in January, a lot of personal things. In fact, I think I'll let you guys know. I mean, you guys are going to know eventually. But I stopped smoking the marijuanas. That's right. I was an avid smoker. I was doing the math the other day. I thought it was only 22 years. No, I've been smoking for 25 years. And I gave it up at the beginning of this year. And it was pretty rocky. It was pretty, you know, it was not easy. Okay, again, you guys, for those of you guys that really know me, you know, I've been smoking my whole life like a train, you know, giving Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson a run for their money. And, you know, again, I ran out of money. No, but the reality is like, you know, it kind of ran its course, and it's something that I wanted to do for a while now, and I did it. And it was hard, very hard. But sitting here today, I was like, oh, wow, I should have done this sooner. I'm glad that I actually did it. I feel like $1,000,000. And wow, you know what I mean? You know, maybe I'll do a show on that in the future. Maybe the next episode we'll be talking about that. But yeah, you know, for some of you guys that have known me for a long time, you know that's a big thing, and I did it. I cannot believe that it actually happened. And here I am today, smoke-free. Wow. You know, I'm even, hold on, I mean, even me, I can't believe it myself, okay? It's been pretty crazy, to tell you the truth, okay? But, you know, like I said, now as time goes on, you know, and more clarity is coming to me, you know, all that is leaving my body. Wow, you know what I mean? Like, geez, you know, I couldn't be any happier. You know, really, I'm very, very happy. And of course, you know, I still have, you know, the wants and the desire to smoke from time to time, but not as much as I used to. To tell you the truth, you know, I feel happier. You know, I'm glad, you know, the fact that, you know, wow, I was able to give it up, and now I'm getting high on life. Yeah, I know, corny as hell. I know you hear that all the time, but really, I was always high on the other stuff. So now I'm actually high on life, meaning I'm experiencing life in a very different way that I've never experienced it before. So, you know, just that alone is enough for me not to want to go back to it. Now, again, I'm not saying that I'm not going to smoke, you know, in the future. Of course I will. But, I mean, you know, I got to take a very long break. I really got to get this out of my system. I really got to, you know, kind of reset everything. Reset the brain, reset the body, reset everything. And, you know, with that being said, you know, yeah, it was a rough beginning to the year. But it was something that I was already, you know, had in mind and I wanted to do a while ago. And I'm very happy I was able to do it. And I did it. And we're doing it. And so this is part of that. I didn't want to keep putting this off any further, and I just wanted to get going, and here we are. You know, I just decided to, you know, just go live. You know, just do this and, you know, get the ball rolling, get a show started, and here we are. So again, I know it wasn't it's not going to be it's not my best, you know what I mean, appearance. It's not my best, you know, live stream. It's not my best anything, but, you know, I've been doing this for, again, over 8 years now. And, you know, I look back at some of my older videos, some of my older live streams, you know, that I've done many years ago, and I cringe at how horrible they are. So, in retrospect, even today's show, you know, as horrible as everything kind of was today, it was still really good. Again, you know, pretty good, you know, again, compared to just what I used to do on a more serious and, you know, basis and on a more regular basis. So, again, I've come a long way. And I'm very happy, you know, with, you know, everything that I've been doing and everything I've done so far. So, again, guys, you know, right now, this is just an experiment. We're starting out, again, this is like a test stream, a test upload, whatever it is, a test show. So I really appreciate your love and your patience, throughout today's episode. And I promise you, things are only going to get better from here. We've only, again, we're rock bottom right now. So it's only looking up from here on end. And man, I'm excited to, really do this. It actually went, again, it went better than what I thought. And I think that I could, do this on a regular basis. Like I said, now that I got the ball rolling, the first step is always the hardest. And we've already taken the first step. In fact, we've taken a few steps today and even fell on our face. And we got up, and here we are, and we did a whole show. Wow, I can't believe we did almost, again, an hour and a quarter. I would say like an hour because, we were kind of working out the kinks at the beginning there. But anyways, guys, I think that's it. I think we're going to, kind of end it here. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I ran out of articles to read, so I think we're done here. But again, guys, you already know the deal. Please, go to my website, if you don't know who I am and you want to know more about me, you can also go to my old channel, okay, my original channel, and, watch videos of mine that I published 8 years ago and so on and so forth. You can see the whole journey. If you thought this was cringe, go look back at some of my older videos. You could really see some cringe, okay? And again, guys, if you enjoyed this content or, you have faith that things are going to get better, then please, like and subscribe, share. Again, share, especially with your enemies, right? And I hope you really enjoyed today's first ever, live stream on this show, on this channel. We got many more to come. I'm expecting to see you guys here next week at some point. It's not going to be Thursday because I might be doing a late night show on the other channel. Okay, so, but expect some sort of something next week, okay? And again, we're going to just, kind of play it by ear, and eventually within a month or two, okay, meaning within, 4 to 5 episodes or more, give or take, we should already have kind of like a pretty good running show, okay? But for now, it is what it is. This is why they have preseason games. This is why they have spring training. This is why they have all of that, practice. That's what we're doing here. We're just practicing. All right, just like Allen Iverson said. All right, so, I don't want to get all, like Allen Iverson here. I don't want to be just talking about practice because, that could be a whole thing right there. So, with that being said, I think we've practiced enough today. I think we're going to call it a day. Going to hit the showers. And I hope you guys also hit the showers. You probably stink, all right? So, with that being said, guys, you already know the deal. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. And if you did, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on the next one. And if you didn't enjoy the show, well, I hope to see you on the next one as well. All right? Because you know how it is. So, guys, I really, really, really love you. I really appreciate you guys, hanging out with me today. And I can't wait to see you guys on the next one. And that's it, guys. We're going to get the hell out of here. So, guys, thanks again for watching. Appreciate it. And have a good one. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Stay tuned for more. Bye.